Achi is a well-known soup among the Igbos, but not many knows how to prepare it. So that's what we're preparing for our night food, and I'll be carrying it to work. And as usual, I'll be the cook. What I did first was to place my pot on my gas. Then I went in with my achi, then a little bit of red oil. I made sure the red oil was okay before turning it very well. I made sure I turn it very well to prevent seed growing in it before add a little water to do the cooking at first. After adding the little water, I turned it very well. I turned it again and again before closing my pot to let it cook for a few minutes. At this point, it has cooked for a few minutes. I went in with the adequate number of water I'm using to cook this food. I turned it very well, then proceeded to add in my already washed ugu leaf. I'll be making use of only bitter leaf to cook this food. After adding my bitter leaf, I then went in with my fish I've already washed. I made sure I wash this fish with hot water to make sure I remove all the dirty stains in the fish. Also, the fish should not be smelly. I turned it again and again. I stirred it very well to make sure there's no lump in the soup. Then I closed my pot to let it cook. I'm sure that this soup has cooked very well. I then went in with all the spices I'm using to cook this food. It include no maggi, as usual, no maggi. Then my pounded crayfish and pepper into it. Then a little bit of salt. I added this salt. My ancestor told me to stop adding the salt. Then I stirred it very well. I made sure I turned every edge so there will be no lump in the soup. Then I tested for salt and I discovered that the salt was okay. I closed my pot to let it do the final cooking. And when I open my pot again, my soup is ready. It is giving all it needs to give. Are you going to try this recipe in your house? Try it and come back and thank me later. Bye. Thanks for watching.